my goodness. And I include today's conversation in that. I'm not going to go into any details, but given some of the things I'm Oh. 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 Folks, this is Steve AB4L. I just have been driving up from, I've been in El Dorado, North Carolina. And when I was coming down here now, let me just show you. I just came up that road from El Dorado. And I was going to turn into this road here. Now I'm going to show you where I am. At this point, here, at this junction, that road, which would be the continuation of the road from El Dorado, that road is called New Hope Road. And it goes through a small community called New Hope, on the way to North Carolina 49 to get back to Asheville. And I said I just came up from El Dorado, but that road right there in front of us is called Coggins Mine Road. Yes, it was a gold mine long ago. And this road to the side is called Low Water Bridge Road. And as I'm pulling into it, and I didn't notice it earlier, I see this sign. And do you notice that the sign is a foldable sign? Can you see that it has hinges? When the water in the river that's up down that road, in the Uwharrie River, when the water's low enough, you can get over the bridge. That's why it's called Low Water Bridge Road. And I wanted to go down there, but I noticed the sign. Excuse me for making this extra long. So the water is high. And that means that if I go down here, and it's a rough road, if I go down here, I won't be able to go over the bridge. Have I ever been down this road before? Yes, but it's been a lot of years. I know it's going to look dark in the camera. So that kind of suggests that when certain bridges were built over 100 years ago, the best they could do was put in a little bridge that most of the time was just a couple of feet above the average height of the river. But then it would rain. So look at how long it's taking me to get to where the bridge is. But they have a sign back there on the El Dorado side to warn you. Don't bother. Don't bother driving a couple of miles unless your car can swim. As soon as it really goes downhill, we're getting to the river. Do you understand why? We're getting close to the river, right? Now look what it says. It's a one-lane bridge. This is not exactly a main thoroughfare. Now we're going to find out if we can go across. The bridge is right ahead of us. And I'm sorry I'm doing this at night. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. Well, tomorrow it's going to be raining. And this is the Low Water Bridge Road. Actually, I want to stop here for a second. We can get across. I want to look at this for a second. Yep, you can launch a kayak. Boy, it's been a long time since I've been here. I gotta come back and see it in the daylight. This is beautiful. We're going to go across the bridge. That is a boat launch there, but not like on a lake. It'll be kayaks. Here we go. Here we go. This is Low Water Bridge Road. That's the name of the road. Oh, this is different than the way it was the last time I came here, maybe 5 or 7 years ago. Now it's a rough road on this side. Looks like it's a dirt road. Maybe a gravel road. Now my recollection is it isn't that far to the highway. So the water's low enough. They should fix the sign. Somebody needs to fix the sign. I decided to take it as a challenge. And yes, We're in the Uwharrie Mountains. This is the Uwharrie Forest. It's a national forest. It's beautiful. The Uwharrie Mountains used to be much higher. They were sort of like the Appalachians, but the erosion got to them. And why would that be? Because their composition was different and they eroded faster. And that's why we have the Piedmont. The Uwharrie Mountains eroded and built up the Piedmont with soil so that you could farm it if you wanted to, or grow a forest, or grasslands. I notice a lot of the trees have got stripes on them. I'm going to have to come back during the day and see what that's all about. So this is a shortcut between two widely spaced roads, main roads. I love this. I'm going to have to really turn the gamma up when I do this one, when I render this one. Those trees have, I think they're reflector paint. They don't want people to run into them. This is the way roads used to be here in the Piedmont of North Carolina. And when I say used to be, I don't mean 1,000 years ago. Now, if somebody's car is here, and there's probably a reason they go into the woods for something near here. And there's a house coming up on the right, and you can tell by the style of it that it's an old house. It's a mansion. It's got a big front porch. The person that built that had money. Thank you, Jesus. Now it's paved. We just went on at the country estate house there, the pavement started. But we haven't got to the road junction yet. Be careful, 25 miles an hour, sharp turns. See, they don't want you doing this at 50 miles an hour. You might go off the road. We must be getting somewhere. The houses are showing up. And here's a light at a residence. That's not a recent house. That's a nice house. From years gone by, 100 years ago and more. More. Oh, I wish this were daylight. Stop sign coming up. We must be hitting the highway. You got a choice of left or right. Which way should we go? This is called Ophir Road. when you see Ophir Road, now Ophir is also the name of unincorporated area. We're going left. I wish you could see this in the daylight. It's beautiful here. Steve A.B. Foyle just gave you a tour of the Low Water Bridge Road in the Piedmont of North Carolina. I believe we are in Randolph County, saying see you in 73.